Hi, everyone, and welcome. Insider Dave Spadaro, glad to be with you. We've got a great show for you as the Eagles get ready for Sunday night's game, a prime time one at Los Angeles and the 11-2 Rams. On the show, we're going to take a look at last Sunday's game in Dallas, a tough loss in overtime to the NFC East leaders, a bitter pill to swallow for the Eagles who still cling to the playoff hopes. We're going to take a look now, though, at something off the field. We know that quarterback Carson Wentz has dedicated himself to being the best he can be on the field for the Eagles. Off the field, it's been the same thing. Wentz wants to make a difference in the community, so he's established Thy Kingdom Crumb, and it's a way to give back to the community. Check it out. It's our Eagles Network exclusive.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you having fun? Go get fun.
Yeah, appreciate it.
If you've been in the city of Philadelphia or at Lincoln Financial Field to watch the Eagles, you've probably seen this green food truck. If you've had the pleasure of visiting the truck, you may have also noticed that they prepare a great menu. The staff is welcoming, and all the food is free. So you ask, what's the catch?
We hear a lot when we pull up at places, what's the catch? You know, why is it free? There's an underlying thing here, and there's not.
No catch. Just a dream between the AO1 Foundation and Connect Church that's 9 years in the making.
You know, I formed a really good relationship with a pastor at Connect Church named Kyle Horner. We became really close friends, and he's kind of been a mentor to me. He's actually had a vision of a food truck in the area for, I think he said 8 or 9 years now, and he was telling me about his vision, and I was just like, well, shoot, we got the foundation. Like, let's see where this thing goes, and maybe we can kind of come together and bring this to be real life.
When AO1 got on board, it sparked something, and so we saw the vision and the provision come together. I always think that's the way that God works. God always works, you know, in divine partnerships. We can do more together than we can do apart.
And together they set out to bring to fruition their lofty idea.
You'll have a light here, and you'll have a light back here, and they started shooting this way 30 feet.
When we started building the truck out, it was honestly a little bit overwhelming. There's so many options, so many things you can do to build this thing out and make it as custom as possible for what you're doing. So we kept thinking, you know, what can we do, mass quantities up, and be versatile. Literally, it was probably 8 to 10 weeks, and, you know, continually going down there. It was built from the ground up. The truck was there, but everything was welded inside, custom wired. Everything was completely custom inside out, so we were so lucky that they were able to prioritize this to get it ready for launch at the end of August.
As they went through the process of building the truck, they set out to find the perfect name. As fate would have it, they found it after returning from a mission trip to Haiti.
The day was fun. We had a group thread for a while. It was actually on our trip coming back from Haiti. Carson took a different flight than we took. This name, Thy Kingdom Crumb, just kind of sparked inside of him. And immediately when he texted out, it just hit the chord in everyone's heart. And it was the right thing. It added fun, because we don't want this to be overly serious, but we certainly wanted to also carry the message that it refers back to. This is part of God's love and plan. It's pretty amazing, I think, when you get a chance to see a vision that's been in your heart and in your head, not only just come out on paper, but then really put together in real life. When we saw the truck for the first time, man, we were like kids in a candy store. It was so cool.
This is amazing.
Come on! Come on!
It was super cool. Kind of got goosebumps knowing what it was going to do, how it was going to bring joy physically and spiritually to the city and really the surrounding area. And then just all of the planning and all the steps that came before that finally culminated into that truck. We're just like, this thing is awesome.
With a name in place and the food truck completed, Pastor Kyle, Carson Wentz, and Zach Wentz got a chance to see the fruits of their labor.
For everything that you've done and all that's yet to come, in Jesus' name, amen. I love you guys. Let's go have fun tonight.
It was now time to feed people in need, but the classic definition of need wasn't the only thing on their minds. They saw need in places few even bothered to look.
It will definitely feed those that are hungry, feed those that are in poverty, but we didn't want to limit it to that. We didn't want it to be just about those in physical need, because we believe everyone's in need of feeling loved and feeling valued. And that's where just anybody, whether that's the the single mom getting off of late night work, your college kids on a campus during finals week, whether they're in poverty or in rich circumstances, God can just bless them and meet them where they are. Hot one. There you go, bro. Yeah. God bless you, man.
Those behind the scenes aren't just the volunteers who make Thy Kingdom Crumb run. It's also those who donate their food and money.
The food truck itself is made possible with two things. So with financial contributions to the A1 Foundation, through all the work we've done, the money we've been able to fundraise, product-wise, food-wise, we've been blessed with so many partners who have come alongside. So we're going to continually look to do that just because I think people want to be associated and give back in their community and tangibly see it.
So, yeah, you bet. Thank you. Sandwich? There you go, sweetheart. You're welcome.
The beautiful thing about TKC is we have teams and teams of people who are behind the scenes that people never see. We have teams that arrive here at 6 a.m. in the morning, from the preparation of the food to be down there at the stadium early to set up for the people. We have people on the truck who are just cooking and serving the whole time. We've got teams of people who are just talking to the crowds of people about their life and praying for them, encouraging them. And so, you know, for all the people that you get to see on these videos, there are 100 other people that you don't see behind the scenes that are really the true champions who really make it happen.
As for the future of Thy Kingdom Crumb, it looks promising.
Thy Kingdom Crumb isn't about just launching a food truck. It's actually about hoping to launch a movement.
Our vision is to have multiple of these in multiple cities, and in order to do that, we need to get this thing operating efficiently and smoothly here so that we have a handbook or a model to hand off with other local communities.
We've literally set out to do that, from how we've designed things to putting just standard operating procedures together so that we can give to someone else what we didn't have. We didn't have blueprint. No one's doing this anywhere.
There's so much negativity going on today, and we want to be able to offer people hope.
We want them to feel loved. You know, when they see that truck and they see what it's all about, we want them to feel loved and feel valued. So that's the whole kind of initiative behind it, in the sense of it's not just a physical blessing, it's a spiritual blessing. It's just an uplifting environment that can just change people's perspective on others, on community, on a relationship with Christ, and it can just really change lives, we believe, for the better.
Last Sunday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the Eagles and the Cowboys battled it out. A showdown for first place in the NFC East. The game went to overtime, and unfortunately the Cowboys prevailed. Let's take a look back at that game. Exclusive access in our Sounds of the Week.
The Eagles arrived in Dallas knowing they held their playoff hopes in their own hands.
What a great scenario, but they have to take advantage of this opportunity.
Philadelphia opened the game looking to do just that.
Elliott, he kicks it high, and it is coming down to Lewis. He's coming out to the 5, the 10, the 15, and he is hit hard. That's a fumble. They're calling a fumble? Let's see. No, they're not.
Doug Peterson is going to challenge the play.
Yes, he is.
Have to review the play. There was a fumble on the play. However, we do not have a clear recovery by the
What? What?
The ruling in the field stands as called.
What?
Oh,
First
boy.
down.
Though the call went against the Eagles, the defense held stout and forced a punt from the Cowboys. Philadelphia's offense gained some field position, but eventually punted as well. Dallas made more of their second opportunity, but the Eagles' defense stood tall and held them to a field goal. Down 3, the Eagles' offense had trouble finding their rhythm.
Ball goes back to Clement, and Clement's thrown for a loss. The Eagles are hurting themselves with a myriad of mistakes.
And now Corey Clement's down after the play.
But the defense was keeping the Cowboys at bay.
Prescott's back. He is looking. He is going deep, and it is intercepted. It is Rasul Douglas, and there is a big pick.
Philadelphia went into halftime trailing by only 6 points, but would need to manufacture some scoring if they had any chance to beat Dallas.
Prescott again drops back to the goal line, looks left, fires high, and it's intercepted. And down to the 5 is Corey Graham.
With the interception by Corey Graham, the Eagles' offense came alive.
Wentz on first down, slam. Jeffrey, touchdown.
Trailing by 3 after the Jake Elliott missed extra point, the defense kept creating turnovers.
Back goes Prescott. He steps up. He is hit. Football comes loose. Let's see. I think the Eagles have it. They do.
The Eagles offense tried to capitalize on the turnover, but faced a critical 4th down in the process.
Wentz takes the snap. He looks. He fires, and it is complete. Over the far sideline, down to the 23 goes Darren Sproles. Ball is spotted. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we're tied at 9.
Dallas immediately struck back. Philadelphia had their offense clicking as well and drove down the field.
Wentz takes the snap. Here comes the rush. He steps up, he fires, and it is complete. And inside the 10, Wentz takes the snap. He looks, he fires, and it is caught. Touchdown, Dallas Goedert.
As quickly as the Eagles tied the game, the Cowboys answered the challenge.
On 1st down, Prescott drops. Prescott looks. He's looping it down the far side, and it's complete. And running across the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5 is Amari Cooper. He did it on one play.
3 minutes remained in the game, and the Eagles trailed by 7 points.
Wentz takes the snap, fakes to Sproles. He's going deep down the far side, and it is caught. Yes, at the 1-yard line by Nelson Aguilar. Wentz back, looks, fires. It is complete, and backing in and scoring is Darren Sproles.
With just seconds remaining, Dallas still had the opportunity to kick the game-winning field goal in regulation. But Philadelphia's defense ended all hopes of that happening.
Can the Eagles stop them right here? Prescott takes the snap. He's back. He looks. He is hit. And the Eagles sock him back at the 45.
The Cowboys opened up the extra period with the ball. And with just under 2 minutes remaining in overtime, the final bounce of the day went Dallas's way.
Prescott fires. Incomplete. Now it's bouncing. And catching it is Cooper. Cooper's in for a touchdown and the game is over. And with this loss, their hopes for a postseason all but go out the window.
Time now for a little fun off the field as we go back to game night with the players playing a little Taboo, a card game we all know so well. Do you want to win? Well, I guarantee you the Eagles players want to win on the field and off the field. It's our game night presented by Xfinity.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Game Night presented by Xfinity. Our next game is Taboo. Nelly, you ready?
Let's get it.
Let's do it right now. All right.
Ready, set, go.
Cold. All right.
Snow.
Dogs.
Snowman.
Dogs.
Fur.
Got a guy.
He said dog. He said dog.
Dog, put it down.
Who said dog? I said dog.
You said dog.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Water.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Water. Cup. Fill your water. Drink some water.
You eat them at a barbecue. You take them out the steamer, and they red. Yo, you crack the shell. And
crabs.
Yeah.
Shellfish.
No, shellfish is the word. I said shell.
Shell
That's right. We got an interruption.
Fry.
do that.
Indy 500.
Okay. NASCAR.
What did they use? Yeah, there we go. Galaxy.
Milky Way.
The sun. There you go.
The what?
I was about to say, yeah.
What did he say?
You said orbit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. 3.
Okay.
That's
okay.
3.
Okay.
You think it's easy? Watch. You gonna want to say all these words too.
We're gonna go blue. Are y'all ready?
Are you, Nelly?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him some time. I ain't gonna cheat him.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Ready?
You say as soon as you
It's on you.
It's
on you.
Oh, okay. Hey. So when you wake up, sometimes it hurt, you know, and it can ruin your day. You know what I'm saying?
Your head?
Yeah. But what is that called?
Waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
I'm saying when you
Headache.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, so when you throw something and it come back to you. Ah!
Yeah, come on.
Hey, okay, that's when you okay. At the mound. Okay, there you go. All right. So when you go to the water and you see girls and what?
Bikinis.
Looks
Don't,
like
no, you don't get this.
I know we
looks
don't.
like here at game
You only
night.
have two.
Looks like
Hey,
there we
you
go.
gotta be better. Gotta
We
be
got
better.
two though. It's 2-2, right?
Oh, it's 3-2.
2-3.
Yeah, they got
Shoot.
I love desserts from Miss Susie's. She makes the best.
Pies.
During my birthday, I get,
Presents.
instead of a big, I get,
Little. Small. And you get that one next.
I have mind tricks. So I am a,
Magician.
I was in the movie, but I have mind tricks and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Next.
Look at the words. Man, this game that we're playing is presented by
Xfinity.
No, it's no, man. That ain't the word. Oh, Bugs Lightyear said to infinity and beyond. Why you sad? This is tell. I thought it said Xfinity.
All right, so offense is up by 1 point. They've got 3 cards. We've got 2. So it's on us. Last round, do or die. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's get it. Old McDonald had a
Farm.
boom.
Wow.
The Army, they build
Bombs.
no,
Guns.
no. They set up.
They set traps up, or they set up.
When it's where they stay. It's where like they're huddled.
Oh, camps.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
That's game. Game over.
Hamilton.
Defense wins.
Let's go.
No surprise.
The Eagles and the Rams get back on the field to resume a rivalry that has had some pretty entertaining games, including last year's win in Los Angeles to clinch the NFC East for the Eagles. When we return to Inside the Eagles, we're going to take a look back at a game from 2002. That's coming your way with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick when we return.
Hi everyone, I'm Merrill Reese, and welcome to Old School All 22. Mike, this week the Eagles played the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, who in 2002 were the St. Louis Rams, after having been the Los Angeles Rams. So it's the St. Louis Rams against the Eagles at the Vet, and the Eagles beat them, not behind Donovan McNabb, he was hurt, not behind Coy Detmer, he too was hurt, but behind A.J. Feely.
And if you look at the score of this football game, it was not much of a show offensively. There was only one touchdown. It was a pick six by Bobby Taylor. Check it out. Late in the first quarter, on 3rd and 5, in a scoreless game, the Eagles come out in their nickel package with cornerback Al Harris lined up outside and Bobby Taylor sliding into the slot to match up with the All-Pro Torrey Holt. Just before the snap, Kurt Warner brings Holt in motion to run a pivot route towards the middle of the field. Taylor drops back into a form of zone coverage and reads this the whole way. And the veteran corner steps in front of the throw and takes it back to the house to give the Eagles a 7-0 lead. From the end zone angle, you can see how the pass rush helped out this play as well. Hugh Douglas at the right defensive end gets a good jump on the Hall of Fame left tackle Orlando Pace and rushes Warner through his drop. Warner makes an errant throw, Taylor picks it off, and the Eagles came away with a 10-3 win at the Vet.
Inside the Eagles is brought to you by McDonald's, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles, and by Rothman Institute at Jefferson, the official orthopedic and healthcare partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the bright spots for the Eagles draft class of 2018 has been the development of tight end Dallas Goedert, who had a big game last week against the Cowboys. He is our subject of this week's Ask an Eagle, presented by Geico.
At Scorch Wallop asks, what's your favorite video game? I'm gonna have to go with like a lot of the people on the team, probably Fortnite. Play with quite a few players on the team. You know, I like to think I'm pretty good at it, so that's probably my favorite video game right now.
That will do it for this week's Inside the Eagles and this football team in another must-win situation, this time primetime football at Los Angeles, the 11-2 Rams leading the NFC West. Make sure you check it out on Sunday night. And also make sure you're with us on PhiladelphiaEagles.com and our official app throughout the day and night for extended coverage of the Eagles in this very important game. Thanks so much for joining us on Inside the Eagles, everyone. Have yourselves a great Eagles day and fly, Eagles, fly.